Hi guys, this is Maureen Kamari of Amari Baking Center, and I'm live again for day 3 of our free training. This is going to be a very short one today. Just kind of concluding the training that we're doing. So I just kind of want to quickly go on Instagram, guys. So if you haven't watched the other 2 trainings, make sure you go check them out. Hi Instagram. This is Maureen Kamari of Amari Baking Center, and this is day 3 of our free social media training. So I'm live on Instagram. Hi guys, and I'm live on YouTube. Hello for all of you guys who've been following these. Thanks so much. I hope these other 2 have brought you some kind of value. So the first live that I did was explaining why you shouldn't ignore social media. I shared how a lot of people are on social media, and statistics have shown that people are actually on social media: Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube. So you should never ignore social media, especially if you're a baker who's doing business. So the first video was just kind of sharing that and how to get started. Yesterday I shared a little bit of what you should do, posting frequency, and some of the things to consider if you really want to get serious on social media marketing. So today, this is going to be a very short live, just kind of sharing a few tools that you can use. Thanks, guys, for joining me on Instagram. Thanks for the love bubbles. Keep them coming, guys. You know I love them. If you're on YouTube, say hi. If you can, just hit that like button. I'll really appreciate it. So today, I'll just be sharing some of the tools you can use, some of the tools you can use, like a template. If you're interested in the template at the end of this, you can always DM and send you an email, and I will send you the marketing template. Thanks for the love bubbles. Thanks, guys. So today is the third day. It's a free training. I've decided I'll save it on IGTV in general. I will not get rid of them. And so this should be able to help you get better, get results, and actually start making money. If you're not already, because I know there's some of you bakers who are actually still making money. Thanks for the love bubble. So I think that this is enough if you feel that, at least you've gotten a whole lot of value. But before I continue with this session, I do want to let you know that I do these free trainings leading up to the actual mentorship that we're opening for 3 months. And it's a 3-month mentorship because long time I used to do 1-day classes for people. I used to call them master classes. I no longer do them because when a baker is doing business, 1 day is not enough. Okay, 1 day to cover a topic is good, but if you want real results and real good follow up, going for more than 1 day is going to be helpful. And I think I found that when I started doing, obviously before COVID, I was doing physical mastermind, like mentorships that go a whole year or 6 months. And I found that when I do that, people get actual real results. And even if they don't get like amazing results the first year, they are able to set up their business by year 2. They're doing amazing, amazing stuff. Thanks for the love bubbles. So I think that because of that, I was able to start the mentorship. And now, because of COVID, I'm doing it as a 3-month online mentorship for anybody who feels they need guidance in their baking business to set up properly, to figure out who am I selling to, what's my message, how do I get serious with my social media. I delve deep into, hashtag strategies, copy, things like those, which is how to analyze your insights when you're doing these things. Um, how to cost and price correctly. Like, a lot of people know how to cost, but they don't know how to price for their target market, things like those. So the intake is ongoing. I have some people who've actually joined the group. And it's 6,000 for the 3 months, 7,000 if you want to make a 2-part payment, 6,000 in 1-part payment. Intake is closing tomorrow, guys. So I just wanted to mention that now, and I'm going to put the link again on our stories. The links is everywhere on our Facebook page, all that stuff, so that if you want to join, and it's going to be amazing. I'll be sharing some testimonials of people who are in the mastermind right now in the online mentorship, and I'm also going to be sharing testimonials from people who've taken our mentorship and the results. And by the way, guys, some of those people, you can check out their accounts on Instagram and see the amazing results they actually have right now. So when I get serious and decide to walk with you, I do in general. So hi Anna, thank you for joining me, Anna Saleh. As you join me, guys, say hi. Today we'll be taking questions. So feel free to ask questions right now as I continue. In case you have a question about social media or maybe a challenge you're having about social media that you're not sure how to go about, and it can be anything, Instagram, Facebook, even YouTube. So you can just share that. So today I just want to say a few things. Right? Anyway, so I want to say a few things. And first is that there's some tools you can use because I know a lot of home bakers are either moms or even if you're single, you're doing more than one thing. And sometimes you find that when you're a solopreneur means you're doing most of the things. And it means that sometimes you don't have time to do all these things that I'm telling you need to do because social media needs consistency. And so you're wondering, what do I do to be consistent and to make sure I'm getting results consistently? And I'll just share a few tools you can use. These are free things you can use yourself to actually be consistent. So, number one, Facebook. The interesting thing is that if you have a Facebook page and you go to the back end, they have a section called Creator Studio. Creator Studio. If you have never used it, again, you probably have to go to the part where it says tools. I think it says editing tools, and then you go find Creator Studio. When you go into Creator Studio, especially if you've connected your Instagram and your Facebook, and if you haven't, please do, you will find you can schedule posts. You can schedule posts for both Instagram and Facebook. So most of what you're seeing us post on our Facebook page and our Instagram feed, right? Not anywhere else, feed, those are scheduled. And I mean photos, 60-second videos, something like that. The only things that you can't schedule are stories that you have to do live, and you can't schedule reels. You have to do that live, which is fine. But at least if you can schedule half of what you're doing, it takes the load off a little bit, and then you're able to actually catch up with the other things. So, Creator Studio on Facebook, if you have a page, the back end of that, you can be using that to actually schedule your post, guys, because posting consistently can be such a headache. But if you schedule on Instagram and using Facebook itself, their own tools called Creator Studio actually really helps you out. And it's been a game changer. I've been scheduling content for like 4 years, guys, or 5 years. And it helps me keep up with the social media. It also helps anyone else who's helping me, like on Facebook, to keep up on social media. So I would tell you, please schedule if you need to. Just go to the back end. If you don't see Creator Studio, check publishing tools. If you go to the publishing tools section, you should be able to see something like that. Publishing tools on the back end of Facebook. So please check that out. The other thing that I want to say is that there's other apps or sites that help you with scheduling and posting. I will share two that I've used that have had success, even though I do prefer personally to not use them. But there's some people who insist that just using them really helps. So I want to suggest. So the first one I've used is Planoly or Planoly, literally plan and then OLY, Planoly. You go to planoly.com, or if you go to the is it your Play Store on your phone and you search Planoly, you will be able to see that app. Download it, log in with your Instagram, and you can start using it. If you're not sure how to use it, these days YouTube has the answer to everything. If you just go search how to use Planoly, how to set up Planoly, and the sites themselves show you how to set up as well. The second one that is really good, and it recently came to Android because I'm an Android user. If you're an iPhone, you're good to go. Is Later, literally like later, right? Later. Later. And by the way, guys, just a tip. One of the ways that I keep up on social media news and tips and all that stuff is by following accounts that are constantly giving you tips and what do you call them? Just updates on things. And later.com, or if you just search later on Instagram, thanks for the love bubbles, guys. Awesome. If you search for that, Later has a lot of content, and they share content about TikTok, content about Instagram. I'm pretty sure they've shared content about Facebook. So if you're wondering like how to be on the up and what to do, go to later.com or on Instagram when you're done with this live. Search for Later, and you should be able to see them. So you need tools. Tools can even be following someone who's giving you some extra tips on what to do on social media. So the top planning one I'd tell you is Creator Studio for Facebook. Connect your Instagram to your Facebook page, and then you can schedule your Instagram post. We use Creator Studio like 70% of the time for all our accounts. So I think it is such a huge plus because it doesn't give you the stress of, oh my God, I got to post. and I have to make cake and I have to decorate. You know what I'm saying? I know that life is pretty hard. So yeah, create a studio or use later.com or planoly.com and they will really, really help you out, right? So those are tools you can use. The other thing is following people who give you advice on social media. Social media gurus, literally experts who do it. And the reason I do Later is because Later is an expert. They are one of the apps that I think Instagram has allowed. So that's how you're actually able to use them to schedule your stuff. So you can use Later. Also, just an account to check out, even though I think I'm on their newsletter, but I'm pretty sure they're on Instagram and Facebook as well, is Social Media Examiner. Social Media Examiner. They are on the up and up on every social platform, including YouTube. If you're trying to get into YouTube and you're wondering, what am I going to do? Social Media Examiner really gives really good tips on all social medias. And there's other sites, but those are the ones I use and I've gotten really good success. And I'd say at least my social media is somewhere where I'm proud of it and it's, helping me out marketing my business. So follow people who know what they're doing and people who, have an idea of how online marketing works. The other third resource I'll tell you to use, thanks for the love bubbles, guys. Keep them coming. Thanks for the likes on YouTube. Keep those coming. Is what are they called? Oh, he's called Neil Patel. Neil Patel. Neil Patel. Search on Instagram, search on YouTube, search on Facebook. Go to neilpatel.com. He has an amazing blog. He has a podcast. And by the way, guys, we also have a podcast. If you listen to podcast, Speaking with Amari. So what you want to do is you want to be on the up and up every at least once a month or twice a month. Go to some of these sites and see what they're saying. If it's an Instagram account, once a week, pass through the Instagram account. What are they telling you? Sometimes they have information that's really going to help you be a better marketer. So I'd really, really, really stress on just kind of using resources and advice that you can really help. And every once in a while, I share tips that work for bakers specifically, and it really helps. Thanks, Anna. All right, so I've shared tools you can use, right, to schedule, Creator Studio, Later, Planoly. I've shared some people you should follow or accounts you should follow for advice. So that's later.com. Sorry. Well, later actually, later.com or follow them on Instagram. Um, Social Media Examiner. You can go to all platforms and find them. And also Neil Patel, and he's on YouTube and also on Instagram and Facebook and everywhere. Because these people know social media. They're definitely on every social media you can imagine. So those are three resources to follow for information and three resources for scheduling your content. So I would tell you guys to please use those resources over time to help you out. The last thing I want to mention is that I have two templates that if you're interested in, like I say, you could just DM, I want the marketing template and we'll send you the template. There's two templates. There's an annual marketing template and there is a monthly marketing template. The thing about running a business successfully is that your marketing has to be deliberate. You have to plan, like, if you've ever seen a baker or kind of baking business, every month they have a specific sale happening, right? You guys have seen it with everyone. Safaricom does it, Coca Cola does it, Carrefour supermarket does it, right? You need to make sure you have a strategy for maybe discounts you're gonna have so that they help so that it can attract new customers. Maybe this month you decide I'm going to do 20% of Black Forest. I'm going to do buy one, get one half off kind of thing. So you need to make sure you're planning your marketing per year, like an overview of the whole year, and then you break it down into the month. Now, my disclaimer here is that there is a thought process behind all that. And this is something I cover in the mentorship once again. You have to cost and price. Oh, thank you. Joy, yes, please follow me. Definitely. So for resources, thank you so much, Joy. You're awesome. Joy is, by the way, one of our former mastermind students, and she's doing amazing. Thank you, Joy. So make sure you, like, when you're doing your overall marketing strategy, whether it's annual or monthly, it comes from a place of understanding your business, knowing who your target market is, what your niche is, what you're selling to people, what pricing strategy you're having. So when you join that mentorship, what I'm doing is telling you first, what's your niche? What are you selling? How much are you selling it? You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you the cost and I'll make sure I give you an assignment where I give you, you need to have two prices so that you know, even when I go on a discount, how low can I go on pricing and still not make uh, a loss when I'm doing my discount. So make sure that if you can join the mentorship, what I tell you, that make sure at least you've done your costing and pricing well, so that you're not selling discounted things at a loss. So when you have that ready, you've set up nicely, then you'll be able to have a marketing plan that actually helps you gain new clients, attract customers, and still continue selling profitably, right? Not selling unprofitably, which is the other problem with bakers who decide to do discount. They discount less than the cost of the baking, and what's happening is that it's costing them to actually sell these things, and you don't want to be that person. You want to have a good strategy that comes from having a foundation of knowing your costing and pricing is good, and knowing that everything you're doing is a nice setup. And when I do my marketing, I'm just getting money in there. I'm just, doing making profit and tracking my finances very well. So I can send you the template for monthly marketing and annual marketing, and it'll have a step by step of how you need to define your marketing plan, objectives you should have, what to think about when you're setting up your annual marketing plan, and then kind of how to set up when you're doing your monthly marketing plan so that you're able to execute on that. So the same thing we do when we're doing anything, even for Amari Baking Center. We're doing things specifically. This week we're doing this because of this. Like now we're doing a free training that's leading up to tomorrow, which is the end of our intake. So you want to do everything deliberately. And sometimes you don't even plan ahead. Something happens in your business or something happens in the world, and you realize, oops, I got to do a sale, or oops, I got to do this in response to this other thing. So you want to make sure when you're doing a business, if you want to be successful, especially in a Kenyan industry like this, the baking industry is not what it used to be. It's become very saturated. There's a lot of players in the game. The thing about that, most people think it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. When there's a lot of players in an industry, it means you have to level up. It means you have to do the right thing. It means you're looking at that and you're trying to see, okay, how can I level up and be a good business person? I mean, no, I'm not selling the templates. The templates are free. Those are the templates you're going to DM and I'm going to send you for free, right? The templates are free. The mentorship is what's on sale. The mentorship is on sale, and it's going to be 3 months starting tomorrow all the way to July 15th. If you have a baking business and you feel you need some help, you want to sell, but you're not quite sure how you need to set up for success, I can help you out with that for sure. So if you want the templates, if you're on YouTube, comment. If you are on Instagram, DM. You're DMing, I want the templates. Send your email. We will send you the template. That's how it's working, Irene. That's simple, right? So the templates for marketing are free. I hope that has helped you guys. The three tools I've shared is one, making sure you're scheduling. So use Creator Studio, Later, or Planoly, right? Even though I will tell you guys, Later and Planoly are for Instagram only. The reason why I use Creator Studio helps you schedule content for Facebook and Instagram. So that makes it so much easier. For YouTube, you can actually schedule. The YouTube back end, YouTube Studio, has the functionality for scheduling. So if you decide to get into YouTube, you can schedule as well. Most platforms these days, other than maybe something like TikTok, can schedule. Even on Twitter, you can schedule stuff. Just use something like tweetdeck.com. So make sure you're scheduling your stuff. Some of them schedule like 50% and then post live like 50%. Something like Reels, Instagram Reels cannot be scheduled. You have to post them live. Stories cannot be scheduled. You have to post them live. Lives are live. So you have to do them live. So yeah. So I'll tell you that. So the first resource I shared was scheduling your stuff. Keep them love bubbles coming, guys. Thanks. When it comes to resources on who to follow for information, like Joy said, make sure you keep following us. I do share as much as I can for baking, cake decoration, and business. At the same time, we also post so much stuff on YouTube, here on Instagram, Facebook, and we post on our blog, amaribakery.com. At the same time, you need to follow social media gurus. Yes, we do know what we're doing. However, at the same time, it's good for somebody who focuses only on social media. It's good to follow them. So if you follow Later, thank you for the love bubbles, guys. If you follow later.com or Later on Instagram, Facebook, you'll find them. And they offer lots of tips, especially if you're struggling with doing something like stories and reels and Instagram, like you're not sure how to go about that, that'll help. I do cover that in our mentorship as well. If you follow Social Media Examiner, whether you're doing .com, the Facebook, the YouTube, the Instagram, Social Media Examiner on all those platforms. And finally, please check out online digital marketing expert Neil Patel, neilpatel.com, Instagram, Facebook, all that. Thanks, Kathleen, for the love bubble. Um, if you follow that person, at least you'll be on the up and up. Like I said, as a baker, even if you're checking once or twice a month to see the advice, just take 1 hour, just go through it. And you'll find that you'll get a lot of insight and you'll be able to change up your marketing and it'll be better and you'll sell more. And finally, I'm offering a free template if you DM on Instagram or if you just message on YouTube or just write a comment and I'll be able to comment back on YouTube. I will share the template for monthly and annual marketing plan and kind of what you need to think about. Finally, as I conclude this, thank you so much for all those love bubbles, guys. I appreciate them, loves. Thank you so much. So, what I want to tell you guys is as I conclude, this is the last free live session, both on YouTube and on Instagram, that I'm doing for social media. I will continue to share as much as for information as I can. We will continue posting our videos on YouTube and Instagram. However, if you want something in depth, if you want something really, really good, if you want continuous support, I actually have you email assignments. I check out your business yourself. Like I look at your business and I advise, I think you should do this, I think you should do that. If you want that kind of attention, the online mentorship offers that. If you're looking for a way to just streamline every aspect, marketing, pricing, and costing, financials, all those things, I delve deep into that, and you're able to actually, level up your business and setting up in a way that it is having, success in there. And that's just kind of what the mentorship does. If you're interested, you can DM. I also have a link on stories that you can just follow. We do have an application. The application is for you to see what's happening or how the thing runs. And then you're very welcome. Gozani Billy. You're very welcome. So the application form is for you to see how we're running the thing, right? But you can also pay. We've had people just actually sign up like within the last 2 days, just kind of pay, go sign up in the form, and then you're added to the group